seconds. Let's see if I can. You can count it, right? All right. There we go. Hello, everybody. My name is Jose Torres, and this is my speech to inform you about the crop circles. I would like to start talking about the crop circle. What is crop circles? So crop circles are um, s- structures that appear mostly in England, and what they are is just the crop flattening by some type of force. Um, let's see. Would like to talk about the history, the origin, and the who's behind the making of the crop circles. With this speech, I will really hope at the end of the speech you guys have a better understanding the, what the crop circles are and origin and who's making them. All right, let's begin with the history of the crop circles. Okay, one of the first crop circles appears in 1678. It was that time. I have a picture in the middle here where it shows uh, well, they didn't know what it was, and the farmers thought it was something made by evil, and they call it the mowing devil. So, but not until the 60s, sorry, the 1990s, when the phenomenon became like a huge impact for everybody that start thinking what is going on and say appearance like geometric structures. Um, let's see. Mostly the time the crop circles appear on growing season, like in the spring or the fall, and they start appearing on south of England, which is believed is because theorists believe this because there's a sacred land for the ancient history. So nobody has claimed that yet, but mostly the time appear in England, which is uh, at the same time they start appearing all over the world, right? Australia, Japan, here in the U.S. we have all over the world. So in Peru, South America, there's something similar to that. It's called Nazca lines. I don't have a picture of that, but it's very similar. It appears on the land. It's like somebody's like drawing on the land, and it mostly appears in part where they say this. They have some type of history from like a past the Asian. They said that they have has to do with it where they appear, but many theorists they said there is some type of message the extraterrestrial beings are trying to give it to us, because something they appears telling us, about sciences. So then in 1991, because I would like to start now, I like to start talking about um, who's behind, right? Who's behind all this making? In 1991, there was two ufologists called one was Doug Bauer and David Shorley. They start creating those crop circles. They're using like a plank of wood, uh, a piece of wire, and I think you were as well as they were using something else. And they're on, and they were using a rope. And what they were doing is from back to back, they start flattening, the crop circles. But the thing is that mostly the circles, the scientists start studying the circles, the crop circles, and they found magnetic fields around them. Some people were getting dizzy, some people were getting sick, and because the magnetic field. What these two guys they were doing, they couldn't find anything. Also, they found pieces of metal on top, microscopic pieces of metal, from material no in this earth. They That's reporting. So, according to Dr. Horace Drew, he has a PhD in chemistry. He said that advanced alien species could be using plants to communicate peacefully with humans. So that's one of the biggest things that people believe, that nobody can on this earth can be responsible for making all this. And the best example that I have of that theory that can support the theory is that in 1974, NASA sent out to the outer space. It's called Arecibo message, which is it's a binary code, the 0 and 1, the binary code, and they create a message, right? So what they did is right here, this side. So what they did, they tried to describe the structure, humans, and the essential elements of this earth, and putting it together in one long message. And they sent it out in 1974. So in 1991, in one of the observatories in England, this appeared, this crop circle right here appeared. And what they believe is the response of that message from 1974. Because what they received, it was the same binary code message, but it was encoded differently. Like the DNA that they sent out is from us, 23 chromosomes, and when they respond in response, they had a total different DNA, different elements. The population, even for that time, is right here. The population, it was, I can't remember, billions, and the population changed. So at the end, the structure, they said, oh, we're using this type of structure to send out. It was like an antenna. So what they send back, it was what they're using to send it through the earth. So that's one of the things that nobody can explain until this day. So until this day, nobody knows who's making it, but the mystery still remains, hoping that one day we can resolve. Now I'm concluding my speech, just to want you guys let you know that if somebody is interested on this subject, I can share with you guys my research and where and I hope you have a better understanding and where the crop circles are, the origin and the history, and who's making it behind. Thank you very much.